in Chicago back then.
1968.
Yeah, this just scares the daylights out of you right now, because you don't see, Christine, you don't see an easy fix here. This is just not something where somebody gives a speech or you take out the assailant and everything's fine all over again. This is and there are multiple issues going on here.
There are multiple issues, and, you know, I thought it was very apropos that the family of Alton Sterling has come out repeatedly, you know, asking for peace and calm in the aftermath of that family's, you know, terrible tragedy. And I just don't see it happening. I think we've reached a stage where, you know, those of us who are on the fringe, or those people who are on the fringe, are absolutely frazzled, and this is how they're reacting. And I don't know how to reverse this tide.
Here's the aunt of Alton Sterling about the officers who died. She was really upset over it. Listen to this.
Now we have to grieve again, all over again, with the senseless murder that went on. We don't call for no bloodshed. That's how this all started, with bloodshed. We don't want no more bloodshed. So if you're not on accord with us, leave. Go home. Go wherever you come from. This is our house. You can't come in our house killing us. That's what you're doing, because at the end of the day, when these people call these families, and they tell them that their daddies and their mama's not coming home no more, I know how they feel, because I got the same phone call. No justice, no justice, no peace. That's what we're calling for. Stop this killing. Stop this killing. Stop this killing.
It's, boy, it's tough to listen to. Very tough to listen to. And then Wolf Blitzer, the three police officers in Baton Rouge who were killed, the three officers were wounded by an ex-Marine who, of course, went after them with an assault rifle. One of them was this 32-year-old Montrell Jackson, an African-American police officer who had just written a Facebook post last week about the situation between cops and citizens in Baton Rouge. Wolf Blitzer read the whole post on CNN yesterday, and what's interesting is this guy was just targeting police officers, not necessarily just white police officers. But here he reads from one of the officers, one of the victims. He reads from his Facebook page talking about a previous shooting. Listen.
I'm tired physically and emotionally, disappointed in some family, friends, and officers for some reckless comments. But hey, what's in your heart is in your heart. I still love you all, because hate takes too much energy, but I definitely won't be looking at you the same. Thank you to everyone who has reached out to me or my wife. It was needed and much appreciated. I swear to God, I love this city, but I wonder if this city loves me. In uniform, I get nasty, hateful looks, and out of uniform, some consider me a threat. I experienced so much in my short life, and these last 3 days have tested me to the core. When people, you know, begin to question your integrity, you realize they don't really know you at all. Look at my actions. They speak loud and clear. Finally, I personally want to send prayers out to everyone directly affected by this tragedy. These are trying times. Please don't let hate infect your heart. This city must and will get better. I'm working in these streets, so any protesters, officers, friends, family, or whoever, if you see me and need a hug or want to say a prayer, I got you.
That is 32. That's the Facebook page, a message that he had posted last week from 32-year-old police officer, black police officer, Montrell Jackson. So tough to listen to that when we find out what has happened yesterday, right? Terrible. And here's some police audio from the shootings from yesterday. This is what was going on the scanner.
Just be advised, I'll be out of the city at the P-Quick on the Airline Highway. Supposedly a lady came up and said there was a subject walking with a coat and an assault rifle out here behind the store. Well, shot fired, officer down, shot fired, officer down. Got a city officer down, shot fired. Shot fired on the Airline. We do not have a 20 on the shooter. He is not in sight. Possibly sniper. I'm hit. I'm in front of the other side of the old Floyd Browns by the coal line. 10-4. Left arm. All units be everybody shots are still being fired. south side of the Campbell Supply. We got an officer down. He's right there, Mark. Right there. Officer down. Got two down back here. Two down. Mike, we have an officer down behind the bear crowd. We need the Bearcat now for an evac. Witness on this East Flat Street advised one subject, all black, carrying AR. Only subject he observed.
Crazy. Crazy we're dealing with this now. It's just unbelievable.
And who'd have thought that it would ever be a time where police wouldn't feel safe?
Yeah.
You know, of all people to not feel like they were safe with police officers.
Well, I can't imagine. I can't imagine going into this convention this week with all of this going on. And you're in a license to carry state. And by the way, they tried to suspend that, and the governor said, right, he couldn't do that.
No, the police say they're going to allow what the law is, and they can carry. So we'll see what happens out of that.
Does that make you uncomfortable, Christine?
It does. The whole thing makes me uncomfortable. Not necessarily the carry, the permit to carry thing, but just the fact that, everybody is on edge. I don't know how, we had talked about going to the convention. I don't know that I would be able to concentrate on anything other than the potential for bad.
Yeah.
And that's in any public place, whether it's a sporting event or, I was at the movies yesterday and somebody walked into the theater kind of toward the end of the movie and I was panic stricken.
It's just a crazy time. Really, just a crazy time. Speaking of crazy, our intern Angelo is back from his stint at religious camp. He's back now, dressed this morning as Donald Trump. And we're going to bring him in just a little bit, and we'll chat with him. He actually does a pretty good Donald Trump impression as well. We'll speak with Angelo, who's a student at Proctor and interning with us this summer. Coming up. Hold tight. Coming right back. 6:28. Christine with news in 2 minutes on WIBX.